Hi, I'm Nora Gilbertson. I'm the Special Event Manager for the town of Frisco. We are really missing kicking off summer with the barbecue challenge with all of you fine folks, and we know you are also missing out on all the delicious food, great music, entertainment for the kids, the pig races. But I'm not sure if you realize that there is a more serious side of this event, and that is the actual barbecue competition. So here today we have Del Anderson from 12 BBQ, who is going to tell us a little bit more about the competition side, as well as cook up some delicious competition style meat. Take it away, Del.
Hi, how's everyone doing? I'm Del Anderson with 12 BBQ. I'm one of the longtime competitors at the Colorado Barbecue Challenge. This will be the 25th year I've cooked. And I'm here to show you a little bit of the secrets of barbecue. I want to show you how to do brisket to burn ends. What I have here in front of me is a whole brisket packard. It's about 20 pounds, the one I have here. I prefer something 14 to 20 some pounds if you can find them. Usually you'll want to ask your butcher at your grocery store. You can pick these up at Sam's Club or Costco. They're a lot cheaper than buying a trimmed out brisket where you'd only get the flat part that's here on top. So what we'll do is take this out of the package and we're going to trim it up and separate the flat from the fat or point. And what you want to do first is there's a big piece of fat right here on the back. And you just want to take your knife and go down that. And what we're going to do is expose the two pieces of meat here. You can kind of see we have two separate pieces of meat, one down here and one on top. And what we're going to do is slowly roll the flat. What we do is cut into the fat here and just start rolling it backwards. You don't have to buy a high-end Wagyu. You can go with a prime. You can just get a regular choice brisket from the grocery store, or even Sam's carries those. These run about $3 a pound, whereas in a Wagyu brisket or something, you're talking upwards of $6 to $10 a pound. We're gonna separate these two out. And basically what we have is the flat, which you would normally see in your grocery store here. And this is what you would turn in as your slices and your competition barbecue. What we do is clean the rest of this fat up off of here. What we're after is this beast back here, the demecal. And after we slowly peel all the fat back on this, we're gonna get down to just a small little piece of meat with all the fat gone off. There's so much fat in this, you don't need any of this to cook it. It's already got enough fat to be moist. Then once we've got this all cleaned up, and what we do in competition at this point, you would take this and a lot of teams would inject. I brought some samples of some injectors of different kinds. A lot of people would use apple juice, pineapple juice, beef stock. You can buy commercial injections. I think with a good piece of brisket, you don't need that. You just need a good rub. And this is at the point where we'd rub this down and let it set. You want to be very liberal with the seasoning. Pat this in. Some people would use a mustard smear to also allow this to stick, or olive oil. I've seen people rub it down with bacon fat. There's all kinds of secrets in the barbecue world that people try. Some people will let this set for hours, overnight in the fridge. That's really up to you. It's really making more of a bark or crust than it actually is penetrating the meat. What you want to do is start cooking these to temperature, and what we'll do is put both of them on the big smoker over here. Running about 250 to 300 degrees, depending. Some people like running a little hotter. We're going to run these up until what we call done temperature, which is about 150 degrees. We'll put them fat side down, and those will go probably 6 to 8 hours. The one important thing about barbecue is thermometers. There's ones that you can plug right into your meat. They'll even connect to your iPhone. You can keep it simple and go old school. I like the particular instant reads at the restaurants. You want to cook it to about 150. After you get it to 150, we're going to take it out and wrap it in foil, or what's called the Texas crutch. So we've got one on the barbecue grill over here that we'll pull off. After you've wrapped it in foil, you cook it to a temperature of 195 to 205. Then what you want to do is take it out of the foil and trim any excessive fat that's on it. And as you can see, the grain going across the meat, one end's going to be a lot fatter. And what you want to do is cut this in about inch and a half chunks. You can already see this one's done enough, it's falling apart. After we've chopped it all up, we're going to put it in the half pan here, and then we're going to add some more seasoning to it so we get all sides of this burn in. I call this kind of the Kansas City way. Like I said, a lot of people would just serve it to you right there. What we're going to do is keep adding flavor. We're going to put this back on the grill, and about every 15 minutes, we're going to flip it. And as we flip it, we're going to get the fat back up on itself and add some more rub each time. After cooking to 195 degrees is about what you'll get at this high altitude. It's hard to get them to 205. This is what they look like. They should have some fat rendering out of them and glistening. And flipping them, and every side's covered. They're like a little piece of beef candy. Some of the best things you can do with brisket right here. A lot of people, when they're judging barbecue, sometimes are very disappointed if these don't get these in the box. What we've done today is some of the stuff you can compete if you're a backyard cook and want to try this. I'm a rep for Kansas City Barbecue Society here in Colorado. And some of the stuff that we go by in the contest for his judging is taste, tenderness, and appearance. And the taste score is double. So you got a possible 36 points out of 6 judges, and the low scores drop. So 180 is the perfect score. That's what all the barbecuers are looking for. As one of my friends would say, it's the kind of barbecue you would tell your friends about, but you wouldn't give it any because you would eat it all yourself. When we do turn-ins, part of the score is presentation, and you want to do lettuce is acceptable, green leaf lettuce, parsley, kale is acceptable now, flat leaf parsley. And at the judging table, like I said, there'll be 6 judges, and each one of them will get 6 samples. It's not, they sample every single barbecue at the contest. There's an equal number of judges to the number of cooks, so that way nobody gets burned out on barbecue. They get 6 samples of each of the categories. In one of the barbecue presentations is that you would put the slices, you need at least 6 pieces for the judges. And you'd lay them in the box, and you'd use some of the au jus to make them look nice and juicy. And we'll put some of the burnt ends here in the front. Some people would spend the time to arrange them in order like little soldiers. I think they look more appealing when they're piled high and looking tasty. One of the best parts about brisket entry is that it's the last entry of the day. So after this, all we have to do is wait for the awards to be announced up here at the gazebo, and everybody hopes they get to walk up and have an award. One of our other fun things that we do at the barbecue every year is 11 o'clock shot, which is for every cook to enjoy. Nora, why don't you come and join me with the shot? We do this shot to celebrate some of the barbecuers from our past, and also to wish all the barbecuers luck and hope they get their name called and walk up and get an award here. We all support each other. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you, Del. Thanks for explaining the competition portion of this event to everybody and giving us some great pointers on how to make an excellent brisket at home. We really hope to see you in September, and if not, we will see you next Father's Day. Hope you all get a call.